The parents that we see and we look at these technology policies rarely are reading it. It is when you sign up your kid for school, you sign everything, you give them your address, you give them your emergency contact, and you sign all of the terms that the school wants you to sign in order to have your child there. And so if that's part of it, you just sign it and you may not actually understand what you're agreeing to.
And can this information be sold to other people?
So whether or not Gaggle sells the data that they collect on their end, I don't know that specifically on that end, but I will tell you that all data that is curated and collected all across every platform is packaged and resold at some point.
Wow.
You know, this society we live in with technology is fascinating, it's wonderful. And the reality is we might be headed to a place where, because of social media and YouTube channels, in those circumstances, kids are doing more than they would normally do. In order to get likes on YouTube, they're going to jump out of buildings and do things that they would never do if nobody was watching. Well, the opposite of that may start happening in schools if kids think they're being monitored. Well, all of a sudden, they might bury stuff deep inside, and maybe they are going through issues, and they'll stop communicating because they think Big Brother is watching. It really, sadly, only works if people have no idea someone's being monitored. And then that gets into invasion of privacy.
100%.
I don't know. I'm uncomfortable with it, and it's precisely because, and I know that there have been reported cases, Lisa, you can corroborate this or not, where this system has potentially saved someone, or at least there's a claim that maybe they were able to prevent someone from harming themselves. But again, this is really difficult data to collect. It's all about implementation, transparency.
Yes,
Lisa, where do you see things going in schools? Do you see this becoming ubiquitous, or do you think that there will be a backlash and eventually parents are going to say, look, I don't want to send my kid to a school where you're basically eavesdropping on them 24/7?
I wish I had a magic ball and could tell you exactly what I think will happen. I can tell you that students are starting to pay attention, and they're doing exactly what you're saying. They're starting to hold things in. They're not sharing as much. When I'm talking to large crowds and I have kids start to talk to me about using virtual private networks, operating in ghost mode, those kids stick out to me as the kids that I would most worry about. And so it's starting to kind of separate those kids that are on the edge or not. But I certainly think that it's going to be the legal system that's going to weigh in here, and they're going to make the determinations, and we're either going to bankrupt our schools because they're not doing it right, or we're going to come around and we're going to ruin the future of our children by holding them accountable and giving them, unfortunately, a record for the choices that they're making online. And so there has to be a better choice, and for me, it's
we're all
giving them the
learning
education.
as we go here. Gaggle did provide us with a statement. Gaggle firmly believes in a student's right to privacy and recommends that districts notify students and parents of their Gaggle implementation. And I think that's an important piece of this. If that's occurring, parents should know. There should be transparency and also education to students along the way.